welcome to the Disney News Show. Here's your host, CruellasFurCoat.
Yes, this is the Disney News Show. I am Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat, and this is episode 50 for Sunday the 21st of October 2012. Now, this is a very special episode. It is, of course, episode 50, and I'm really pleased to be doing this for the 50th time, to be filming the Disney News Show 50 times. It is pretty unreal. I can't believe I've actually made it to 50 episodes, and that is all down to the support of you guys who watch, the viewers, and the people who chat to me, the people who leave comments, who like the videos, who kind of just give me all the support. I'm really, really grateful for everything that you guys do, and you've got me to 50 shows. I mean, I can't believe that just seems so many shows, and I'm really pleased that you guys still like it and you still tune in every week. And maybe you don't tune in, maybe this is the first time you've seen it, so thank you very much if this is the first time you've seen it. I hope you've all had a fantastic week this past week. Hope you enjoyed last week. Last week, episode 49 was live from the Scott Ward Schofield Memorial Fund annual pin and animation trading event, and I'm really pleased to announce that we raised more money than last year. We actually raised £630 for the cause just from that event alone, and so I'm really happy that I was able to take part in that, and I hope you enjoyed last week's episode, although maybe it was slightly noisy in the background. I hope you did enjoy it. So yeah, we have got that happened last week. I did get a few things pin and animation wise that I'm going to show you actually right now at the start of the episode, but maybe I'm just going to talk a bit about what I'm going to be doing today. So I thought for episode 50 we'd do something a little bit different. I'm going to go through the news, as we always do. I'm going to start, we're going to have Walt Disney World, we've got Disneyland news, we've got parks news, we've got some cool stuff about Disney movies, and then we are going to do a little feature. I'm going to talk to you about my top 10 Disney World attractions. And so this is something I'm really excited about doing, to share with you what my top 10 attractions are. I've not really spoken much about what my favourite Walt Disney World attractions are before, so I thought that'd be something nice to do this week. A couple of people have mentioned it, and so I thought I would do that at the end of the show today. So that is that, and we will get to that very, very soon. But before we do start, let's show you a couple of things that I picked up over the past week from the Pin of Animation trading event, and also from other sources. So, first up, I've got a couple of pins that I managed to trade. We've got a very, very nice Cruella de Vil 13 Villains pin. It's the countdown to the next year's pin event. I actually managed to get this one. I traded it with Stephen, who was at the pin event last week, and that was really great. I actually managed to get this Cruella one as well, which is Disneyland Paris, Halloween 2004, very nice one. That's actually limited edition to 750, that's 1,200. Very nice stuff there. Thank you very much to Stephen for them too. I also managed to get a couple from Elaine, who ran the pin trading event last week, and this one I traded for a Pirates of the Caribbean pin that I actually won. It's the Princess and the Frog in a heart-shaped pin, which is very, very nice. I think that's limited edition 350. And then this one here, very kindly she just gave it to me, and it is Ratigan. It's a Disney Store UK, as the same as that one, limited edition to 150 if I'm not mistaken, so that is great. Really thank you very much to Elaine for those two pins. I actually did quite well in the Disney pin raffle. I actually won 2 lots. First up, I got this this pin set here. It's got 4 different Mickey Mouse pins, very, very nice. It's got Steamboat Willie, Pie-Eyed Mickey, Saucer Mickey, and then Modern Mickey. 4 pins there. I'm not sure if I'll be opening this or not. I quite like that as a collection kind of thing. Very, very nice stuff there. I also won in this lot a 4 Parks Walt Disney World pin sets, similar to that, but I traded them with Stephen for those other pins that I showed you before. Also, I won a lot that had quite a few Pirates of the Caribbean pins in it, and so I managed to get this 7 pin set, which has got kind of the Disney characters as Pirates of the Caribbean characters. That's very, very nice, as well as these 2 pins there, kind of. Are they no, just standard pins. I got 2 limited edition pins as well, Pirates of the Caribbean ones. One that I traded with Elaine, and another one that is over there. I've just realised I've not got it, but yeah. And then this very nice one here, which is in a nice little bag. I like that, Pirates of the Caribbean bag. That one there, the soda fountain pin. That's really nice. limited edition of 300. Very nice stuff there. So that is that. They're the pins that I picked up last week. Some of them may come up for trade, so if they are, I may let you guys know if you would want to trade with me. So that is as far as pins go. Vinylmations now, that's another story. I managed to get a few from on the Disney Vinylmation UK page on Facebook. I managed to arrange to get the two stepsisters from the Cinderella series that's just been released, and it is the Anastasia and Drizella. Very, very nice there. Anastasia, Drizella, gorgeous stuff there. I loved these ones, and obviously as they are villains, great ones for my collection. So I like the villains collection. I got them from Natalie on the page, so that is great stuff. As well as this one here, the 25th anniversary Goofy from the Disney store. Very, very nice there. Okay, and then from Daphne on the page, I also managed to get 3 of the animation Vinylmations, and from Animation 1 I have Frog Prince and Quasimodo, and from Animation 2 I have Tigger. So they're very nice. I think these are actually up for trade for you guys, so if anyone wants to trade these for anything on my trades list, then definitely let me know. So that is that. Very, very nice stuff there. And then finally, I went to the Disney store last week in Manchester Arndale, and I managed to pick up one of the Spooky 2 sets. You've got Goofy and Pluto, Goofy as a vampire, Pluto as a werewolf, and so I thought that was a very nice set. I thought I'll display this for Halloween, as well as that Goofy can go in my Goofy collection. So very, very nice stuff there. Really pleased to manage to pick that up. These are available for £16 here in the UK, and they still do have a few lying around in the shops that sell Vinylmations. So if you want one of them before Halloween, definitely go and pick them up very soon. So sorry for boring you guys with what I've picked up. I just thought I'd show you them now, and so yeah. But there we go, quite a few things there, and so let's get straight on with the news. So, starting off with the Walt Disney World news for this week, and the Country Bear Jamboree at the Magic Kingdom actually reopened this week after its long refurbishment, and we actually got more than we were expecting in terms of the reimagining of the show. And actually quite a big reimagining has taken place, and this includes the new seating area, as well as a complete makeover of the audio animatronics within the show. And so this looks really cool. It includes like the whole fur of the bears, and the costumes has been redone. And so I think this attraction was really in need of some TLC, and it's great to see that it's got it. And so really, really good stuff. Obviously, the Country Bear Jamboree, it was an opening day attraction, and well, still is one of the classic attractions of the Magic Kingdom. And really good to see it getting this refurbishment. And it's there's this video that I put on Disney Parks blog about all the effort that's gone into it, and how the Imagineers were really passionate about this attraction, and that's great to see, really, isn't it? So I'm really, really pleased to see that this has reopened with these great new features. However, there's always some kind of drawbacks, and a few moments of the show have actually been cut, and so some fans maybe are a bit disappointed about that. So yeah, so a couple of the bits of the show have been cut. I think it's just a little bit shorter, but also the Country Bear Jamboree has been added to the lineup of attractions used at the Magic Kingdom Extra Magic Hours in the evening. Now, this was never available before for Disney Parks resort guests who were using the Extra Magic Hours at the Magic Kingdom in the evening. However, now it is going to be available for you guys to use. So please bear that in mind. It was never available before, and it is now available in the Extra Magic Hours. So great stuff there. Country Bear Jamboree reopened, loads of refurbishment. A couple of minutes have been cut off, but we'll have to wait and see. I've not seen the show, and so I can't really comment on what's been cut, but great news there to show that the Country Bear Jamboree has not been forgotten. Okay, next up, The new meet and greet gazebo in France at Epcot has opened this week, and I spoke to you about this a couple of weeks ago, and this is now opened, and we know that it is Aurora who will be meeting there. And Aurora is a character who's been meeting in France for quite a while now, and she has now got her own designated area, and it's a fully equipped. It's got a queuing area. It's actually got this really cool lighting above, so it's good for photographs. So something we've never had before at France in Epcot, and so it's great to see that they're paying more attention to these character meet and greets. It's a really nice looking gazebo that they've done. And as I mentioned a few weeks ago, this was actually outside the existing park boundaries. So they've gone outside of where the park used to cut off to make this meet and greet area. It's actually quite interesting that they've added this, but then they've taken Marie out of France, moved her over to Magic Kingdom for her meet and greet area, and they've added this. So interesting stuff there, and I will let you know if there's any more updates on the character meet and greets. I'm pretty sure that Belle and Beast are still available for meet and greets at France. However, I've not heard anything other than that. So yeah, just bear that in mind if you are heading to Epcot, that the new character meet and greet area is for Aurora in France. Okay, also a bit more character news from Epcot now, and the main character greeting location in Epcot's Future World, the Disney Character Spot, will be closing from today for a long refurbishment, lasting until February next year, 2013. So this is going to be a long refurbishment. I'm not sure what they're going to do, because that place is pretty, I don't want to say basic, but there's not lots of stuff. It's got a big queuing area, really, hasn't it? If you've been before, you'll know how long it takes to queue in that area. It's really long, and it can just drag on. Maybe they're making it a bit more efficient, but of course you can see the 5 characters there. So where are they going to be moving to? There is obviously the Fab Five, who you can see: Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Pluto, and Goofy at the character spots at the moment. However, they're all going to have to be meetable at the parks as who they are. So, Mickey, Minnie and Pluto will be appearing at the Fountain View Ice Cream, and so if you know Epcot, you'll know where that is. And Goofy will be appearing at the entrance to Spaceship Earth. So let's hope for a very nice costume there. I hope they'll bring out a new costume, because I think Goofy looks really good in kind of a spaceship kind of outfit. Really good. And Donald will be only appearing now in Mexico in World Showcase, where he's been available to meet for a while now, and so you can now meet Donald at World Showcase only, not at the character spot. So that is some news. I don't know whether it's good news or not. From what I've heard, it's possibly only Mickey, Minnie and Pluto will be moving back to the character spot after its refurbishment. Maybe they're just reducing the amount of characters that are going to be available at Epcot. I don't really know if there's point having both Donalds available, so maybe they're just going to have Donald in Mexico, Goofy will stay by Spaceship Earth possibly, and then the other 3 will be there, but I'm sure we'll find out more in February. Well, it seems like quite a while away, doesn't it? So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted if there's anything more I hear about that. So that really is all the Walt Disney World news we have for this week. So now moving on to the parks news, and we've got a little bit of news that regards both Walt Disney World and Disneyland Resort. And this past week saw the unveiling of a new Disney Ice Castle in Times Square, New York City. And this has been placed in order to promote the limited time magic events, which will be happening at Disneyland and Walt Disney World during the next 12 months, 2013. And this is something that's been unexpected. I really hadn't heard anything about this until this week, and this will be a programme of new and unexpected experiences which will be available to guests for a limited time periods next year. So this is quite interesting, and it's something Disney hasn't really done before, to kind of say that they're going to do things that you won't know about for times in the year. So this has been great news for people, and it will be kind of something that I'm guessing it'll happen in monthly segments. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. But they've mentioned a couple of things that are going to be available. And one of them is a Lost Long Friends Week, which is really quite exciting for me as a character lover. And this is when the characters that we've not seen at the parks for ages will be available for meet and greet opportunities during this time. And so this will be characters like Clarabelle Clow, maybe people from Alice in Wonderland, like Tweedledee, Tweedledum, characters from other long-lost Disney films that don't meet at the parks any longer. Maybe we'll see people like Dumbo used to meet at the parks. What about, well, there's quite a lot of them. A lot of people that that did meet at the parks and do not anymore. What about characters from Hercules? There's quite a few that don't meet at the parks anymore, but it'd be great to meet. So let me know what you think actually about that. Obviously for me it'd be any villains that we don't see very often at the parks that I'd love to see. But yeah, let me know what you think. But actually, talking of villains, there is another segment that's going to be called Unleash the Villains, which sounds really cool. And this is going to be happening around the 13th of September next year. It'll be Friday the 13th, and this will be all featured around the villains. The parks, some of the parks will be open until 1 AM in the morning, and the villains will be out, and it's going to be really, really cool. So I will keep you guys posted on that. But there we go, there's just a flavour of some of the things that are going to be happening next week. And so this whole ice castle thing that they've done in Times Square, I'm sure it's made probably for Christmas, but they've mentioned it's all to do with this limited time magic. Why do I always get it wrong? Limited time magic that'll be happening during 2013. And when everything happens, I will be sure to keep you guys posted. So there we go. Let me know what you think about that, especially about what characters you would like to see. Okay, bit of news now from Disney Cruise Line. And the Disney Cruise Line has been given the award of #1 cruise line in the large ship category in the is it Condé Nast Traveller 2012 Reader's Choice Awards. That is fantastic. I mention quite often that Disney Cruise Line has been awarded some kind of prestigious award that just kind of recognises what a great company it is, and what high class these Disney cruise ships are. And obviously, you'll know, as I say, every single time I talk about the cruise line, I've not been on a cruise, and I just would love to, and it looks absolutely incredible. From the videos I've seen and from what I've heard, then they really do deserve this award, and it's great to see them being recognised once again. So, well done, Disney Cruise Line. Great to hear you winning that award. Okay, we're now going to move on to the movies news, and a release date for Pixar's Dia de los Muertos, I hope I've said that right, a movie has been announced this week, and it will be released on the 26th of November 2015. And so Dia de los Muertos is obviously going to be about the Mexican holiday of the same name, and I'm really quite excited for this. It'll actually be directed by Lee Unkrich. I hope I've said that right. He was the director of Toy Story 3. So very, very excited about this. And this will actually be the second film in 2015. The untitled Pixar movie, which takes you inside the mind, who knows what that's going to be about, will be released in June of that year. So there's going to be two films in 2015, which Pixar has not done ever. I don't even know if they've done it ever. Have they ever released two films in 1 year? I don't think they have. Normally they just have their summer release. It's interesting that they're going to be doing a second film that year for Dia de los Muertos. I'm not sure if it's going to be released around the same time as Dia de los Muertos. I'm not sure when that is. It's a Mexican holiday. I don't really know about it. But we'll have to wait and see. So very exciting news there. We have a release date, Dia de los Muertos. I can hardly say it, can I? It's going to be November 26th, 2015. Also, another release date is for Disney, Disney and Marvel. I don't know, what should we say, Disney Marvel or just Marvel? Marvel's Ant-Man. And this is going to actually be released the same month as Dia de los Muertos, and it will be on November the 6th, 2015. So if anyone is interested in Ant-Man, then just be aware that that'll be released then. That's actually going to be the second Marvel film released that year after Avengers 2, which will be coming out in the summer of that year. possibly May, I'm not too sure. But yeah, so Ant-Man in November, but we're kind of used to having 2 Marvel films a year, so that's nothing new. But there we go, some new release dates for you guys. So, we have now finished all the news, and as I mentioned before, I'm now going to talk about my top 10 Walt Disney World attractions. Now, this is something that, when I kind of started to think about it, it is really, really hard to do, and as someone who loves the parks, and who very rarely finds fault in any attraction, well, obviously there's some that are not perfect, but as someone who loves Walt Disney World, it is really hard to think of what your top attractions are. And for me, I kind of went through and I kind of said, which do I enjoy the most, and which gives me the best feelings, and what gives me kind of what have I got the best memories about. So that is kind of what kind of a list I've gone for, and I don't want to spend ages on this. I kind of want to just go through, and I know I'm not very good at reviewing things, so we leave the reviewing to Fan920. Fan920's Disney News and Reviews. As always, link will be down below. He does the best Disney reviews of any attractions. You need an attraction review, go to Fan920. But for me, I'm just going to kind of talk through a bit. I'm going to talk about what these attractions mean to me. And so yeah, we're going to start off with number 10. And at number 10, we have an attraction that, if you've been to Walt Disney World, you are bound to have been on it. It is one of the signature Disney attractions, and it is Space Mountain. Now, Space Mountain is really one of the best rides in the Magic Kingdom, and in terms of the fact that it is really the only proper roller coaster that the Magic Kingdom has. I mean, you've got Big Thunder, but apart from that, it is really the only proper thrill ride that adults can really relate to. So for me, it is a fantastic, fantastic roller coaster, and I really, really do enjoy this attraction. And for me, it really is Tomorrowland. When you think about Tomorrowland, sure, there's all the things. There's Monsters Inc., there's Autopia, there's, well, not Autopia, it's the Speedway, there's Stitch, and all that kind of stuff. There's Buzz Lightyear. But for me, Space Mountain is Tomorrowland. And for what it is, for me, it is always the attraction that we are drawn to first when we go to the Magic Kingdom. And obviously, it's not my favourite, it's at number 10. But it is just that one, and it just gets you into the Disney feel. And it's really what gets you into the whole theme park feel as well. And I think if you're going to go on an attraction first at the Magic Kingdom, it should, and you like thrill rides. If you don't, then it's not for you. But if you like thrill rides, I definitely recommend going on this first. It really just kind of sets the mood up, and it's just a great way. And the music is awesome, the whole design is awesome, the whole vehicles and the whole track is so well thought out, and it's just so nice. And I will compare it a little bit to Disneyland Palaces now. If you've been to Disneyland Palace, you'll know that attraction is a lot more. It's just not so smooth. It's a bit more rickety. It's a different attraction. There's Space Mountain Mission 2 at Paris, and for me, Space Mountain in Walt Disney World wins, hands down. And I just love it. I love the whole design. I love how it is such a big building, and it's just great. So, sorry if I'm just kind of stating the obvious here, but Space Mountain is an awesome attraction. It's a great roller coaster, and it is number 10 on my top 10 Walt Disney World attractions. At number 9, I have possibly the attraction that gives me the most enjoyment, gives me the most sense of kind of, that was so much fun. This is about the fun factor, this one, and it is Disney's Hollywood Studios is that how you say it? I don't know. Toy Story Midway Mania. Now, Toy Story Midway Mania is just the most technologically advanced attraction I've ever been on. It is just so awesome. The way that the 3D works, the whole way that the interactiveness works. Am I saying a load of words that aren't real? Interactivity, is that what you should say? Oh my god, this attraction is just awesome. And the, 75-minute waits it has all throughout the day, that really is shown through, that shows, how popular this ride is, how much people love it and also how inefficient it is, but we don't need to get into that today. So I do love it, and I think the fun factor really shines through with Toy Story Midway Mania. The couple of times that I've been on it, it is just, I've come off and I've said, oh my god, yes, I want to go that again. I really enjoyed that. I mean, the fact that you're competing against people, you're maybe you're trying to beat your past high score, the fact that they've got the leaderboards, the fact that you can actually see what you're aiming at. I mean, the way that they do it, I mean, blows my mind when you think about how they actually do this, how the 3D works. I mean, I love anything 3D that they do at the parks. I absolutely love it, and that'll be coming up in my next attraction. But here in Toy Story Midway Mania, it is used so well, and really, I just love it. And the Disney Imagineers did such an incredible job on this. And I know it's now at City California Adventure. It's at Tokyo Disney Sea, but it is absolutely incredible. So there we go, Toy Story Midway Mania at number 9 on my list. And number 8 is the only other 3D attraction that I've put on my list, and it is my favourite 3D show, my favourite piece of 3D cinema that I've ever seen, out of anything, out of a theme park attraction, out of any movie in 3D. It is Mickey's PhilharMagic from the Magic Kingdom, from Fantasyland. And I think this attraction, or this show, is a show, the 3D in this is just so good that that's really what makes this attraction one of my favourites. And I think the story's good. I like the fact they include all these great Disney references, all these different characters, and all these different songs. That's another thing that I love, actually, the songs. The songs are what are really fantastic. But just the 3D in this, I think the 3D, and really it's 4D, isn't it? I know they say it's 3D, but it's 4D because you've got all the smells, you've got all the you can feel the water, it's just so good. You go through Be Our Guest and you can smell stuff, and you go under the sea and you get a bit wet, and it's just so awesome. And I mean, I just love it. And I think out of all the 3D shows, you've got stuff like Muppet Vision, you've got can't think of any others now. You've got other 3D shows, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure you do. Okay, well, you have got other 3D shows, I'm sure. The only one I can think of. But yeah, I really do love this one, and I just think that they did an absolutely incredible job with it, and really, you cannot fault it. Oh, it's tough to be a bug, that's another 3D one. But the thing is, they're forgetful. Not forgetful. They're forgettable. That's more the word I'm looking for. PhilharMagic just sticks in my mind as being the most incredible show at Walt Disney World. There we go. That's at number 8. Number 7 is really an attraction that I never really know if I like this or not. And it's weird that I've put it at number 7 on my list, because for some reason it just kind of sticks in there as something that is kind of, I love, but it's a love-hate kind of thing. And if you've been on it before, you'll know what it is. It is Splash Mountain. And Splash Mountain in Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom is just an attraction that it's kind of your standard log flume kind of thing. And for me, that's kind of why I don't really see it as being such an incredible attraction, because of the fact that it's just really a log flume. And you can get bigger drops from other log flumes. You can get probably wetter on other log flumes, not that that's probably why people go on it. But for me, it is the whole Song of the South feel that gives it that edge and makes it one of my favourites. And it's weird that I've just kind of I'm at mixed opinions with this one, and I always am. And I can, in one way, it's one of the best things that Disney have ever done. Through all the animatronics, I mean, through the music, through the way that this attraction is put together, it is one of the best. But then through the fact that it's a log flume and it's just kind of your standard basic thing, then it's not. But for me, it is incredible. The music's incredible. The animatronics incredible. The integration into Frontierland is incredible. The fact that it was not there until the 90s. I'm pretty sure I'm getting that right. It is incredible to feel. It just feels so at home, and it's just one of the best themed attractions. So I think the theming really does it for me, and that's why it's at number 7. I'm going to try and speed up now. Sorry, I'm rambling on. So number 6, Carousel of Progress. I know some of you might be thinking, what's he put that in there for? But I absolutely adore this show. The music, sure, it's a bit cheesy, it's a bit whatever, it's a bit, it can get a bit on your nerves, but it is really, really Walt. And that is, for me, the biggest thing about it. It was Walt's thing, and for me, it really gives you the sense of what he wanted Walt Disney World to be like, what he wanted the Magic Kingdom to be like, what he wanted Disneyland to be like, and how much of an innovator he was, how much he was looking to the future, and he was kind of showing us what he wanted to do, what he wanted Tomorrowland to be like, what he wanted Epcot to be like, what he wanted the whole, just the whole Disney company to be like, how much he wanted them to be moving forwards, how he wanted them to be, always looking 10 steps ahead of everyone else. And for me, Walt's dream is shown in this attraction. Now, I know I've only seen it last time I went to Walt Disney World. I didn't go and see it the first time. I wasn't interested in it. Second time I went and I saw it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And for that reason, I've only ever seen, obviously, the latest edition of it. And from what I've heard, it was even better back then, and really, I do think they need to do something new with it, and I think it's lagging a bit behind. But if they ever took this attraction out of Walt Disney World, I would get very, very annoyed, and I'd be really, really sad if they did decide to take this out. But I could see it going that way, but I really do think this is a piece of Walt that they should keep, and I really, really do enjoy it. So there we go, Carousel of Progress at number 6 on my list. So we're now moving on to number 5 on my list, and we're heading back to Disney Hollywood Studios, and at number 5 is the awesome, awesome, awesome Rock and Roller Coaster. Now, this attraction is something I experienced first at Disneyland Paris, and it's pretty much the same at both parks, and for me, it is the best roller coaster that Disney have done. I hope I didn't just say that about Space Mountain, did I? I don't think I did. It is just so, so good. And the whole theming of it, the whole Aerosmith thing, the whole thing that you're heading off to a concert, the whole just integration into Hollywood Studios is so good, and I just love it. And I think that the track is awesome, the music is awesome. Obviously, it's Aerosmith. It's just great. The whole design is just great, and it's a thrill ride. I love thrill rides. It's a roller coaster. I love roller coasters. It's just awesome, and it's just great. And I'm doing a rubbish description here, aren't I? But that's really what it is. It is a roller coaster, but for me, it's more than a roller coaster. I think the fact that it was possibly one of the first roller coasters I ever went on in Paris, Disneyland Paris. I remember going when we went in 2002. I would have only been 7, and it was one of the first roller coasters I'd ever been on. And so I think it really just resonates with me due to the fact that it's one of the first experiences I ever had of a roller coaster, and I loved it. I mean, I've got a picture of me on it, I think, and I just absolutely love it, and it's just so good. So yeah, Rock and Roller Coaster. Sorry, that was just a ramble, wasn't it, that one? But yeah, number 5 on my list. Number 4, it was actually quite a toss-up between number 4 and number 5. And number 4 is the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, another Disney Hollywood Studios attraction, another thrill ride, another really, really good well-designed ride. Tower of Terror has, as everyone will tell you, what I would class as the best queue Disney has ever done. The best theming Disney has ever done. And I think the best ride system maybe Disney has ever done. I know that maybe it's not as technologically advanced as Toy Story Midway Mania, as I mentioned before, but I think it's so innovative. The whole dropping, is a better way to put it, is just so awesome. And the fact that Disney came up with this first and has now been put, it's in a few of the different parks, and I absolutely just adore this attraction. I think the whole theme with the Twilight Zone is just great. I mean, it's just so good, and the Twilight Zone is awesome in itself, and the fact they made an attraction out of it is just great. And yeah, so the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is a thrill ride, and people are scared of it. I know they are, and I was scared of it really before the first time I went on it. I was really, I mean, you see people at the top and they drop, and then it's just like, where do they go? For me, I'm not a fan of heights. I'll say that. I don't like heights very much. But this is something different. It's something about it, really. It's just really so well integrated into Hollywood Studios, into Walt Disney Studios in Paris, and I just love it. I really can't say much more about it. I just love it, and I just think it's just great stuff, and I think it's one of the best things that Disney has done over the past few decades. And so yeah, there we go. Twilight Zone Tower of Terror at number 4. Number 3 is an attraction that, when I think about it, it's the emotions really with this one. For me, it's the whole, the feelings, and for people who've ridden it, they'll know what I'm talking about. People who don't will probably not have a clue what I'm talking about. This is Epcot, Future World. It could only be Soarin'. Soarin' is, I'm just going to explain a bit about it. What it is, you're meant to be hang gliding. You're hang gliding over the state of California. And you go in, you kind of buckle up, and you kind of taken up, depending on where you are in the room, you get taken up, and you feel like you're flying. You really do. And there's a screen in front of you. It's like kind of a simulator kind of thing, but it's much more than that. And the whole film is so good. The whole way that the film is put together, the way that you feel like you're in these situations, and the music is just so good. The music is possibly my favourite Disney tune. I don't really want to call it a tune, that sounds a bit tacky. My favourite Disney piece of music ever. That piece of music sparks so many emotions inside me that it's just unreal that this attraction can do that to me, and really get very emotional. And I think it's due to the fact that it's not, I wouldn't class it as a thrill ride. It's really quite gentle, and if you've been on it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's just so good, and the whole feelings, the music, and the way the music interacts with the video, the way the video interacts with you, due to the fact that it's flying golf balls, that you're going over a river, you're going over some mountains. I mean, it's just incredible, and I just love it, and I think it's the best thing in Future World in Epcot. And I think without it, somehow, well, I know Test Track just kind of missed out on this list, but apart from that, in Future World in Epcot, there's not much going for it really anymore. But there we go, Soarin' at number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list is a very classic attraction from the Magic Kingdom, and it is the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, this attraction is just, it really does show the work of these Imagineers, and the kind of the way that these animatronics are just so good in this attraction. I just love it. I think the animatronics and the music, again, music keeps cropping up, doesn't it? And it'll crop up in number 1 actually. But the animatronics and the music are just so awesome, and the fact that it is a really old attraction, the fact that they have they've been updating this, the fact that it is such a big part of Disney nowadays. This attraction, it's been at Walt Disney World, at Disneyland, at all the Disney parks, Disneyland Paris, and then they made the movies, and I am a big fan of the movies as well, and I don't know if that does kind of sway me towards liking this attraction even more, but But I think you don't have to be a fan of the movies to be a fan of the attraction. And likewise, you don't have to be a fan of the attraction to be a fan of the movies. But that's not what kind of I'm getting at. I don't really want to be talking about the movies today. But the whole kind of way that this is another one of Walt's attractions. It's something that Walt loved pirates, and really, I think it's fantastic. And I think it's just one of them key pieces of Disney parks, of Walt Disney World, of Disneyland Paris. It's just one of them parts that you just couldn't see it without, and it's something that I just love it, and that the kind of things I'm saying here go for number 2 and number 1 as well, and I just think it's great. In Adventureland, it's just something that I really, really love, and to be honest with you, I do like the Paris one better. I think the Paris one is slightly better themed. I mean, I know they're very similar, but I do like the Paris one, and hopefully one day I'll have a chance to experience the California one, which is supposed to be even better. Don't know how it could be, but yeah. So yeah, but there we go, Pirates of the Caribbean at number 2, and at number 1 is what I see as the pinnacle of Walt Disney Imagineering. Something that they have been working on since the opening day of Walt Disney World in 1971, and they are keeping on working on it today. They never stop working on this attraction, and that is something I love about it. Although I would love it to stay classic, and it is very classic, I love the fact they are changing it. The Haunted Mansion is the best thing about Walt Disney World to me, about the Magic Kingdom. I think it's my favourite thing to do, and I've spoken about what my favourite thrill ride is, what my favourite show is, what my favourite roller coaster is. Haunted Mansion is one of them, really, is it? It's a dark ride. It's an omni-movie ride. It's a slow attraction, and it's not a boat ride. It's just a kind of a meander through a haunted house. But it's not that at all. It's something completely different. It is something so incredibly themed, so incredibly rich in detail, in memories, in the life of Disney, that is just there, and it's something that is kind of at the centre of what I say is of Disney, the Disney universe, is the Haunted Mansion. I know that sounds really, really weird to kind of put it that way, but for me, it is the thing I look forward to doing, possibly most, about going to Disneyland Paris, to Walt Disney World, to the Magic Kingdom. I just think the fact that this attraction is just so awesome, and just so great, that I just absolutely love it. And I'm gonna sound stupid when I go on to how much I absolutely love it, but there we go. That is my number 1. The Haunted Mansion. The music is just Grim Grinning Ghost is just one of the best things ever. The best piece of music ever that Disney have done. But I just absolutely love it. So there we go. So yeah, there we go. I kind of sped it up a bit to the end, haven't I? But there we go. My top 10 Disney attractions from Walt Disney World. And that wraps up this special episode 50 of the Disney News Show. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in next week for episode 51, and I'll also be having a special video going up this week as well, so tune in for that sometime this week. But yeah, so this has been episode 50 of the Disney News Show for Sunday the 21st of October 2012 for me, Joe Worthington, aka CruellasFurCoat. I hope you enjoyed it, and you'll tune in for more Disney videos all the time. Don't forget to leave me any comments and feedback. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and let me know what your top 10 Disney attractions are. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.